Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is TODD Elimination. Welcome to the Minecraft Challenge. I do not know or remember what episode this is. I believe it is 26. But this will be the start to our making a world filled with machines. As you can see, I got the components to build something interesting. But first, I need to do some explaining. In this world, we have the slime block. This is a very interesting and unique block in the sense that, one, you can bounce on it to some degree. No fall damage will be taken on this block. Another interesting thing is that when traversing this block, movement is slowed. This is a key fact and important note to take. In the realm of Minecraft, everything around you has a very high coefficient of friction and can be perceived as a block. In this case, what I'm punching is not necessarily like nothing, but it's just a block of translucency and transparency with a coefficient of friction of near zero. However, things have escaped from the nether portal. Interesting. I will deal with this later, but as of right now, this thing right here is currently floating up into the sky. It's in need to be dealt with. Do you wish to fight me? You are interrupting my physics lesson. Do not interrupt me. As I'm saying, this thing has a coefficient of friction of probably, we'll say 2, to be a little bit more dramatic. And so, because this thing's coefficient of friction is so high, it will float, even against the blocks of translucency. However, the slime block is a little bit different. As you can see as I'm walking slow on this, it is one of the few things that will actually pull and push. This is our first example of friction within this world that we have actually come to see. It also breaks instantaneously upon contact. Example, we have the slime block, and we have another block. Say some dirt, for example. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a redstone torch and throw all my sticks onto the floor. Yes, of course. And so now, never mind. It appears that this physics lesson is going to have to wait. Because there are zombies all over the place. We must wait until morning. But I now started to look big brain, and then I got rudely interrupted. Stupid creatures. There was also a possibility that there was a spider right next to me. And I was getting very flustered. You are rude, and you must die. As I'm explaining, before I was so rudely interrupted, it would appear that this thing... Actually, wait a second. This is why I have the redstone block. believe that... Interesting. So no, so it must be lined with some sort of redstone. Very interesting schematics. I'm still learning the basics of Minecraft machinery, but if my hypothesis is correct, then in order to understand my physics lesson, this piston should be working. Except it's not. Is it because it is not a sticky piston? Interesting. What if we... Very interesting. The property of the piston. So it is friction. Very interesting. The coefficient of friction is so high that it has nothing else but to stay in place. I understand everything now. I know what must be done. This whole experiment must take place an entire layer above its actual surface. I must big brain. Here we go. I wonder if this will work. I have not done an experiment like this before. As my point proven exactly. As you can see, the redstone block sticks to it. However, it does not stick to the piston, but it's stuck to the box. The blocks below it because the friction is so high. It has no choice but to stick to it. This is going to be very key. This entire experiment requires one to be relatively careful in order to be able to build the engine. One must know what it is that they are dealing with in order to deal with it. Gotta throw out all the useless stuff within my inventory. Except everything here is useful. Sadness and pain. So now that my hypothesis is correct, we must first go. Now, we do this. Yes, we do this. And according to my diagnostics and schematic, if I'm correct, no, it must be facing the other way. This is going to be relatively complicated. However, it is possible. The centermost lying piston must be a sticking piston as to pass the block. As you can obviously see, it is pushed forward. And now, we introduce exhibit or simple A. I believe this is the fundamentals. And it should be moving. Why it is not, I do not understand. Central piston is the only piston used within the configuration. You should be activating not activating. Maybe the diagnostics has been built incorrectly. Once again, experimentation. Experimentation requires study. Study requires depth. And depth requires one to understand. Or I'll master this technology. And so now, no, you must be different. The central piston is the only sticky piston within the configuration. No. I want to be big brain. Here we go. Doesn't require 2 sticky pistons. I do not believe that it does. Most interesting. Most interesting indeed. The blocks, when attached to something, will not activate. Most interesting indeed. So, in order for this to actually work, I know it needs to be done. I need a regular piston. Oh god. It's actually working. It works. It actually freaking works. I'm so close. I'm so close to making the discovery. But there's something that I'm missing. It's the chain. It needs something. It needs an event. A Kickstarter per se. What isn't? What do you need from me? Oh, wise ones. Explain yourselves. Most interesting indeed. Experimentation. And I do believe this is what it needs. My lack of understanding of the physics is why I'm experimenting in this particular way. I believe this needs a button, something to start it. But what could it be? I need a button. I need something. Something. I need a button of sorts. Give me my button, damn it. Well, let's do it. Oh. It's actually working. I've done it. Oh god. Oh. How do I can't stop it. I cannot stop it. As my example has shown, I've officially made an engine. It doesn't stop, and needed a button. But actually did it. Well, this is one heck of an example, and it's crazy, and it took the blocks with it. It just took the blocks with it. Insanity. This is most impressive. The possibilities are endless. Oh, what could be done with this? It needs an actual starter. The button. Yes, 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 yes. Why did you climb over my fence? Climbed over my fence like it was nothing. My fence is obviously not high enough. But the possibilities. It does not make much sense how you can just climb over my fence. And you blew up my factory. I hate it here. But we've built it. I built an engine. It wouldn't stop, and it kept continuing to go. This is insanity. I need to sleep on this discovery. The infinite potential. It kind of baffles me. It leaves me speechless. It took the blocks with it. I'm curious as to the extent. To the extent of which the physics will apply. This is going to be fun. Isn't that right, zombie? I'm gonna turn your home into a piston. I need to expand my factory. Everything needs to be expanded. I calculate things. I do not expect to be right most of the time. But I have been this time. And it just kept on going and going and going. It's crazy. It just kept on going. There was no mechanism to stop it. And it would appear that if the pistons are stationary or attached to a block, they will not actually go. I need to start drawing up schematics. It needs 30 buttons. I need buttons. I need things. I need so many things. So many things. I do not know what to do with myself. I need to build more. I need more of it. Don't. More power. Unlimited power. I need to expand my field. Expand my horizons. Oh, this is gonna get wild. This is gonna get funky. And I'm excited. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Thank you all for participating and watching me. Trying to figure out Minecraft physics. Trying to be big brain. And then failing at being big brain. But then actually being big brain. Once again, my name is TODD Elimination. And welcome to the world of machines. Next time, I intend to grasp this, get a hold of this engine mechanic, and then hopefully I will use its power to manipulate the actual structure to make possibly a mobile fortress. If the moment we can make things mobile, things get to be expanded, and their horizons just observed upon. Thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful day. Please do leave a like and subscribe, and do share this wondrous adventure. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.